there, it's Nikki. Thanks for joining for yoga. You want to make sure that you have a mat. If you don't have a mat, just make sure that you're on a surface, a floor that is comfortable to stand and move on, and that you have enough space. It could also be helpful to grab a pillow, even a blanket that you can sort of fold up a few times and use either for under your knees when we find things like low lunges, or to sit on at the end when we usually find some time to pause and just kind of hang out and breathe. Enjoy your class. Thanks for joining. So this is going to be a short flow. We'll build towards some nice consistent movement, see if we can kind of land with the breath through it all, and find stillness and presence both in the poses but also in transition. So we're going to get moving right away. If you're someone who tends to warm up slow, feel free to hit pause, do some sun salutes on your own. We'll do a couple now to get going. And I will apologize ahead of time for the cat cameos. I'm sure they'll happen here and there. So let's get to it. It's top of the mat. Find a mountain pose that makes sense. So maybe depending on the time of day, this pose is going to feel a little different, right? If it's just a beginning, like me, this is a morning, you might feel a little more relaxed, just getting started, letting the body find its own kind of rising. If you're later in the day, this might be a continuation of power that's already unfolded, a little bit of strength, or maybe reaching now for some ease. All right, find length on both the in and the out, both the breath and the body. Good. One more big breath in here. Full breath out. And we'll get moving. So extended mountain. You can sweep the arms forwards or out to the side. And then as you exhale, fold. Little tuck of the chin towards the chest before you transition. All right, take a halfway lift, big breath in. And as you fold, draw navel to spine. Right, extended mountain to rise. Arms sweep forwards or out. And then tuck the chin, exhale, fold, long spine. Halfway lift, big breath. And then fold and surrender. One more extended mountain. Nice big reach. Now fold. Halfway lift. Hands plant, right foot back to lunge, right? Just here for this first transition. So if you want to drop the back knee, you can. Right? I know some of you like that flash of fire early, so arms could fly forwards or even back. Right? Notice though it's length from that right heel all the way to the crown of the head. Still a tiny chuck at the chin towards the chest, so the back of the neck is long. You'll hear me cue it throughout. Take one more big breath in and out. And then plant the hands. Right? Nice and strong. So try to lift the left foot before you step back to plank. Right? Take a few breaths to get situated here. Navel draws to spine on the out. Right? At any point, lower the knees. But notice the body is long, so it's not table. My hips are forwards of my knees here. Okay? We'll start with a little bit of fire already. Nice big breath in. And lower maybe halfway, even less, but try to keep the elbows over the wrists so the chin or chest comes forward. And then press back up. All right, let's do two more moving. So halfway lower or less, listen to the body, and then press back up. Yeah, one more time moving, halfway lower. All right, press back up. And this time we'll come all the way to the earth. So it's halfway lower, maybe a little pause, acknowledge chaturanga, and then all the way down. Heart lands, then the hips. Right? Release the top of the feet, squeeze the elbows in, low cobra here. Inhale, lift, back of the neck stays long. And then release. Two more times. Heart lifts. Fill up. And lower. Last time. Lift the heart. And release. Good. Tuck the toes. Take a breath in. You can press into the knees. Front of the hip bones lift maybe. And we'll press up to tabletop pose. Right? Empty the lungs. And then on your inhale, come into cow pose. And then cat pose to empty. Good. Cow pose, breath in. Cat pose, breath out. One more time for cow, big breath in. And then down dog, press up and back. Big breaths here, fill. And empty. fill up, slow breath. Right, smooth from beginning to end. Yeah, now lift your left leg straight up and back. Right, so the inner left thigh is turning towards the sky, all 5 toes pointed towards the earth, foot flexed, or maybe reaching through the ball of the foot here. Right, maybe playing with a little bit of stretch through the right leg. Right, inner biceps still rotating forwards. Take another big breath in. And then exhale, left knee to nose. Little pause. And then step the left foot between the hands, right? So we're lunging again. We were already here. Take a breath in and out. And then just land the right foot like you would for warrior one stance. Anchor the back foot down, pinky head side, and just pause. Right, just like we did in the lunge, if you want that little flash of fire already. Right, maybe bring hands to the heart, outer right thigh rotating back, but stay folded towards the earth here. Right, take another breath. And then plant the hands and step the right foot forwards. Right, find a halfway lift here. Nice big breath. Reach the crown forward. And then exhale, fold all the way up. Extended mountain, big reach. Fold forwards here. Halfway lift, fill. Hands plant, left foot back to lunge, right? So again, we're just building the beginning of opening here. Right? Find your variation in the arms, in the legs. Trust yourself here, right? Breathe, arrive. Let go of expectation. Another breath. And then land to the hands, right? Again, strong, step back to plank, right? Staying on the toes or dropping the knees. We're gonna find those push-ups one more time here. Nice big breath in. Right? If you're not feeling it, stay in plank and breathe. Otherwise, halfway lower. Heart moves forwards. And then press back up. Good, just 2 more. Halfway lower, press back up. Last one, halfway lower, pause, take another breath, and then all the way to the earth. Right, last time, low cobra. Big breath into lift, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, release. Good, 2 more. Inhale, heart lifts, and lower. Last one, lift the heart, keep the feet anchored. And release. Tuck the toes. Take a breath in. Tabletop pose, breath out. Good. Last time, cow pose. Fill up. Cat pose, empty. Good. For cow pose, big breath in. And then down dog. Slow, navel to spine. Fill up. And empty. Cow pose, knees land, heart lifts, shoulders slide into the chest. Exhale, cat pose, hollow out. Inhale for cow. Down dog, press up and back. Good, big breath in. Empty. Knees land, heart lifts, fill up. Cat pose to empty. Last time, cow pose. Down dog, exhale. Big breath in. And out. One more here, fill. And empty. Good, right leg goes up. Last time like this, inner right thigh rotating the sky, press long through the ball of the foot or flexed and active here. All 5 toes rotating towards the earth. Another big breath in. Right knee to nose. Plant the foot between the hands. Take a moment, pause. And then warrior one here. So that left foot lands, but we don't rise for this first one, just building foundation. Right, this outer right thigh is drawing back in space. Crown lengthens forwards. If you want the lift, that little flash of fire, hands to the heart, feels nice. Take a breath. And then plant the hands and step the left foot forwards. Halfway lift. And fold. All the way up. Extended mountain. Let's do a sun A here. Fold forwards. Halfway lift, fill. Hands plant for plank. Nice big breath in. Right, from the toes of the knees, halfway lower or pass through it to the earth. From the ground, it's low cobra. From chaturanga, it's up dog. Feet are anchored, legs are strong. Shoulders sliding away from the ears, heart lifts. Down dog when you're ready. Big breath in. And empty, right? Find the pause. Don't worry about where we're going. Next inhale, heels lift, knees bend, look forwards, walk, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold, extended mountain rise, chair pose, drop the hips, right? Inner thighs dropping towards the earth. If you can, you press the knees and hips back so you can see at least the toes, right? Arms out in front or lifted, thumbs drawing back. And think of lifting hip bones in the front of the body towards the low ribs. Containment in the abdomen here. 2 more breaths. 1 more in. And then fold forwards. Halfway lift. Hands plant, hopping or stepping back. Chaturanga or to the earth. Maybe you just hold plank instead of flowing. The back bend is an inhale. And then down dog, you press up and back. Take a big fill up. Clear it away however you'd like. And then we'll take the right leg straight up and back. Again, heel presses high. Nice big breath in. Exhale, right knee to right bicep. Pull forwards to pause. Inhale, leg up and back. Right knee to left bicep. Find the twist. Pull the knee high. Inhale, leg up and back. And then exhale, right knee to nose. Sneak that foot between the hands, warrior 1. So left foot lands on a 45-degree angle. And then when you're ready, feet are anchored, you rise on an inhale. All right, think of twisting the navel forward. So it's pulling to the right to help draw this right hip back. Inner elbows are rising here, thumbs pulling back in space. Right, draw or press that front knee forwards as you rise away from the front thigh. 2 more breaths. Right, present in pause and transition. 1 more in. And then fold, plant the hands. We'll come into standing split. So square the hips, right? Right leg starts to straighten as the left leg rises. Hands can start out in front of the right foot. The heart can start lifted. But as you open, you start to fold towards the right thigh. Heart draws towards the right toes, and eventually crown dips to the earth. Right, depending on the hamstrings, this left leg will get higher and higher. As you can see for me, this one is really challenging. Right, trying to press that left heel high, but the inner thigh also rotating towards the sky to keep the hips square. Take another breath. And then soften into the front knee. Big step back for runners, lunge. And this time we'll rise. So feet are anchored, hips are square. We'll come up to high lunge here. Right? Try to press the back of the left knee towards the sky. Right? Be willing to press that front knee forwards over the ankle. Draw the thighs into center. Pull the body up and out of the hips. 2 more breaths. Last big in. And then fold. Plant the hands. Good. Left hand stays grounded. Try to stay steady in the hips. Right hand to right hip. Right, turn your navel towards the inner right thigh. Start to stack the shoulders. Right hand can sort of flip to the low back if you'd like. Right, some of you here ready to extend that right arm for the sky. So while still pressing down through the outer right hip, maybe the right arm extends. Right, all just maybes. Right, foundation first, which includes the hips here. Right knee over the right ankle, so make sure this leg isn't collapsing wide. Take another breath. And then right hand inside the right foot. Right, left foot lands for warrior 2 and pause for a moment here, right? Shift the right foot so that the heel lines up with the arch of the back foot. Take a moment, right? Then extend the left arm for the sky. Right, so the foundation is set first. Wingspan is already happening, nice and strong, warrior 2. Right, don't let this front arm draw you forward. Shoulders settle over hips. Both feet anchored, pinky outside of the left foot pressing down. Fingers reach long. Crown reaches towards the sky. This is an extension. Take another breath. Good. Now take the arms up and overhead. Left hand wraps the right wrist. Stay in the legs. Pull the body long. And if you have space, start to reach back. Right? Deep breaths here into the right lung. Gaze can float up or down. And you can stay with the bind or at any point if it makes more sense. Left hand down that back thigh. Take another breath. And then back through warrior two. Inhale. Plant the hands. Step back. You can flow, right? You can move straight back to down dog. Big breath in and out. Yeah, take a couple more. Left leg comes up, hips are square, press the ball high or flex the foot entirely here, but the inner thigh rotates to the ceiling. Big breath in. Left knee to left bicep, pull forwards to pause. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to right bicep, pull it as high as you can. Inhale, leg up and back. We're only doing this once, so exhale, knee to nose, might as well be strong. And then left foot comes forwards. Like right foot lands for warrior one, and then you rise, pull the body long. Right? We start with foundation, feet are anchored, navel now twisting to the left. Left knee pressing forwards, drawing the body up and away from the left thigh. Take a couple more breaths here. One more in, and then fold. Plant the hands for standing splits, right? So that left or right leg rises, start with the heart lifted, right? Just the beginning here, you might even soften into the left knee, and then eventually starting to fold towards the left foot, right? Notice I rotate all 5 toes on the right foot towards the earth, and then press the heel high, right? So it's uncomfortable, it's challenging, but that's why I'm here. Right, 2 more breaths. And then a big step back to lunge. Once the foundation is set, high lunge to rise up. Right, inner elbows here, just like warrior one, lifting. Back of my right knee, pressing to the sky. Right, thighs are plugged into the center line, and I use that strength to both root and rise. Another big breath in. And then fold, plant the hands, right? Right hand stays grounded, twist the navel to the inner left thigh. Left hand can start on the hip or the low back. Right? Thighs are still plugged in strong. If you need to here, low lunge is a great option. And if you're like me, notice right shoulder needs to move away from that right ear. Right? Left arm can always reach. Another breath. And then left hand lands inside the left foot. Right foot for warrior two stance, take a moment. Right, if it works in the body, extend the right arm for the sky first, right? Wingspan. And then strong in the legs, maybe left arm stays over the left ankle. Good, pull the fingers long. Right, settle the shoulders over the hips and use the next few breaths to lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky. Good. Now arms up, right hand wraps the left wrist, big breath in, draw the body back. Right, you can always release the right hand down that back thigh. Last breath. Good, warrior two, big breath in, plant the hands, stepping back to flow, straight back to down dog, right, whatever serves you here. Land in the moment. Let go of where you've been. Stop reaching for where we're going. Be here. Another breath. Good. Lift the heels. Inhale. Bend the knees. Look forwards. Hop, step, or walk. Top of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Sit the hips. Arms extend. Right? Check in. Feet rooted. Legs strong. Energy in the center of the body. 2 breaths. Enable the spine on the exhale. 1 more in. Fold forwards. Halfway lift. Hands plant. Vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Right leg rises. Big breath in. Right knee to nose. Plant the foot for warrior one. Left foot anchors on a 45-degree angle to rise. Big breath in. Fold. Plant the hands for standing splits. Left leg rises. Fold towards that right leg. Another breath. Good, step back to lunge. Find the feet, then rise, lower high. Big breath in. Fold, plant the hands. Stay grounded through the feet, hips are strong. Right arm extends to twist. Another breath. Good, right hand lands, left foot for warrior two. Reach that left arm for the sky, then open up. Good, then reverse. Now back through warrior two to inhale. Plant the hands, take a vinyasa or straight back to down dog. Right, use the breaths to find the pause. Left leg up, big breath in. Left knee to nose, plant the foot. Warrior one, right foot anchored on a 45-degree angle, rise. Fill up and fold. Right foot rises. Standing split, square those hips. Be willing to get into that challenging, uncomfortable place. Another breath. To lunge, higher look. Right, find your footing, feet are rooted, rise. Another breath and fold. Now we twist, right hand stays, open up. Start at the navel, keep that left hip drawing back and low. Another breath. Left hand lands. Warrior two in the stance, right arm extends, and then you rise. Right, flip the front palm to the sky, and then reach up and back to reverse. Take a breath. Warrior two, inhale. Plant the hands, make your way back to down dog. Right, 3 breaths here to settle. Right, let the heart fill, ribs expand, abdomen inflates, and on the exhale, navel to spine. Start the breath from the bottom, rising. Heels lift, inhale. Knees bend, look forwards. Hop, step or walk, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose, sit the hips, and then just come to mountain pose. Right, just like you began, except now maybe both the shape and the experience of being here are different. Right, notice the energy in the heart, abdomen, and quality of mind. Right, drop down into the experience of the body here unfolding. Steady the breath. And we flow one more time and then we rest. Let the body speak. Right, stay out of the thoughts. Take a big breath in. Let it go. One more here. Good. Chair pose. Hips sit, arms reach. Inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Halfway lift. Hands plant, chaturanga or to the earth. Take a back bend. Big breath in. Down dog, press up and back. Right leg rises, fill up, knee to nose. Plant the foot for warrior one. It's an inhale up. It's an exhale for standing splits, right? If you need an extra breath here, grab it. Step back to lunge, left foot lands, inhale, rise, big breath, fill the heart. Exhale, fold. To twist, expand, fill. Right hand lands. Warrior two in the stance. Rise up and reverse. Big breath, fill. Back through warrior two. Plant the hands. Make your way back to down dog. Slow transitions. Last time, left leg up, big breath in. Left knee to nose. Plant the foot for warrior one. Inhale. And fold. Standing splits, right leg up. Good, step back to lunge. Inhale up, catch your breath. And fold. Now you twist. Inhale, fill. Left hand lands. Warrior two in the stance. Rise up and reverse. Fill that left lung. Back through warrior two. Plant the hands, stepping back. Last chance. Vinyasa. Straight back to down dog. Couple breaths here. Last in and out. And then heels lift, inhale. Knees bend, look forwards. We'll come to a seat. Hop, step, or walk. Just find an easy seat. Tuck the chin towards the chest just a little bit here. Right, notice the quality here in the mind, the energy and aliveness in the heart. Right, any deep sense of awareness in the abdomen. Right, and what does all this sort of liveliness tell you about yourself in this moment? Good. And so we'll take a few folds here just to drop some of the energy down. Right, so the legs are going to extend long out in front. You want the low back to be lifted and long. So if you feel like you're sort of trying to fold forwards out of the sense of dropping back, lift the hips, blankets, pillows, books, right? You want this sense of being able to tip forwards, right? Flex the toes towards the face, even the pinky edge side of the feet kind of draws this way. You can either walk the hands down the legs or maybe using the arms to draw the body longer, right? Especially the exhales helping to lift the spine here. Take a couple breaths. And we'll move a few times and then we'll land. So big breath in to reach. Right, little tuck of the chin towards the chest, so the back of the neck is long. Exhale, fold. Don't come any deeper than you can keep the spine long. And then when you're ready, inhale back up. So 3 more will land on that third one. Exhale. And in. Good. 2 more times. Out. Long spine. And in. Last one. Out. Now stay. So hands can grab the feet. You can wrap the big toes with the peace fingers, ankles, calves, or even arms along the sides here. Right, in a forward fold, think of drawing abdomen to thighs. Think of pulling heart towards the toes. Right, use the breath like a wave to pull and lengthen the body forwards. Right, and try to lengthen through the collarbones as well. So there's a sense of the shoulders sliding down and away from the ears and the shoulder blades drawing closer together in the back body here. Let's take 5 more breaths. Right, exhales get a little longer each and every time. Yeah, 1 or 2 more breaths here. And gentle restack of the spine. Right, notice how the fold transitioned you into a different energetic state. Right, take a few moments to adjust to it. Right, notice how you're a little bit different and also entirely the same. Right, come back into an easy seat. Hands on the knees, palms up or down, and little drop of the chin to the chest. Right, notice here the quality of mind and body and breath. Now, if at the very least you have only a little bit of time, right, a deep awareness for how powerful the breath is, right, how it can shift energy and state of mind. Maybe it serves you to stay seated here, right? To drop into a meditation this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are in your day. Or maybe it makes sense to come down onto the back body for Shavasana, right? Keeping in mind we need space in our lives and in our practices to integrate, right? When there has been change, shift, or upheaval, right? We need time to sit in stillness to absorb it all. Right? So please, I encourage you to find some kind of stillness here. And if you're coming down to the back body, arms wide, palms to the sky, if you need one last movement, stretch, or shape, please indulge. Wherever you've chosen to land, you want to feel like you've poured your body into that shape, right? And in that stillness, poured yourself into the moment. And in a space that is actually vast and infinite, if only we are willing to pause within it. And so I encourage you to pause, to indulge, to be with yourself in stillness here. And only when you're ready do you choose to bring yourself out of Shavasana or your meditation.